Hi, cherished viewers of Mission and Minister Superstar. You welcome. Once again, I warmly welcome you to the very platform that stream only live pertaining to what? Heaven, ascension, mission, and any other thing that bring or spring of righteousness. As I can assure you one day, one thing like this happened, and you didn't know what happened. So if the stars of the universe bear witness to who ordained them, then I'm telling you, living a life. The Lord who ordained me, or the Lord whom I ordained, it is as functioning. Now, I'm very, very grateful to you coming back to the very channel to show you a secret that ever existed, yet nobody has ever thought of it. Now, to look at what it says, the light. Look, there's my own hand showing my fingers in the light. That you may know I am not a fake person. Even to see that I'm the same person broadcasting, I don't have to tell you what the Lord is saying other than what we've prepared. I am the one who made it. So if I've made something available, watch carefully what is available. Is this not a human being talking? Where is the mark? The mark is this showing. Where is it? Can you see it clearly? Can you see it? Let me do it well that you may see what I'm saying. The mark, as the Lord said in the Bible, it shall be on the right hand or on the forehead. You are not properly seeing it well, but I'm managing it. So here it is. That I have a bigger secret here to show you. And that's why I've titled the channel, or the main caption is what? Biggest secret unveiled. Under which gathering of powers. You want to know that? Then listen now. Having prepared myself to be a person that is a virgin, clean, without sex, without marriage, without any child or son. However, I have a son in advance. What do you mean? If I'm a creator, do you not know what I'm saying, son in advance? Or we don't have a heaven that we are talking about? Or we don't have a creator that we are talking about? Or you can only see me as a single person without another person in heaven? Or you don't know about legions of angels? That's what it means to say son in advance. Or the son has not gone also over this country into another place called West. Is that not what we say is in advance? So that when I'm here, I'm in advanced level of understanding. Here, I'm talking about a very powerful message that you don't know. That if the Lord says he's on the mission, let's see what the secret is. Today, you'll be surprised. How you see most of these people naming themselves as Muslims and carrying Quran and actually, they don't even know where they came from. They don't know where or which family they belong. And then you have perplexed yourself with so much that you don't know. Listen to the name. Where they said Niger. Then we have Lucius. Then we have Nyame. And then we also have what? Nyame of Akan, or as they want to say. Let me tell you all this thing. If you know why they call this name like that, I'll tell you the family of them that are just kind of blackish, so that in the reality, you know what they are saying is what? Is this number or name? Listen very well now. You can only find the reality on what this channel, as you can see the color showing. What color is it that you are seeing on this channel? You see this sickle, I prepared it from Nkonya. And you can see that it has been what? Showing the most beauty of what color and shine is. This is a shiny one. I prepared this one. But look at what they're saying is Niger. And then to talk of Niger, then you have to talk of Nigeria. They are all the same people. Niger and Nigeria, they are all the same people. Destiny calling. For the sake of the name, having Nigeria means, you have to understand later. Niamey, and then Niger, and then Nyame, and then Nigerian. They are all the same kind of people. So being in this country, Gold Coast, doesn't really make you a king. But let me tell you where you don't know where you came from. This, the Bible that you claim is your faith, will tell you now. Let's find out. Let's delve into it. I am telling you, you will be surprised right now. Let's see what the Lord is doing. If the Lord is watching, let the eye that is watching. Carefully, you will look at it and tell if the Lord is watching you. Now watch carefully. When you see somebody dressed like this, it doesn't make me one of them you are seeing or thinking. But I'm a typical angel. So I'm the one telling you where you have belonged or where you probably came from. That's what I tell you. When the Aquarian, the age of the spirit, the angel, they are the destiny helpers. When they come your way, they definitely want to do it. They want to guide you. They want to take you to wherever you belong. You don't come from me, but you came somewhere else from somewhere. So let's see what they say is the doing of the Lord. Let's check around quickly. So do Satan, watch carefully as I build nations, and you see the kind of nation we build. What is the beauty of the Lord in this very conversation? Take a look. Take a real quick look. Now, in the person of this scripture, we are going to look at what? Something very important, taken live on the internet and worldwide archives. Here we're going to have it. What has ever existed before you, yet you don't know it. Here it is. He said, the person asks a simple question. I say, which God is called Nyame or Nyame? And then this is the answer that will come quickly before we were able to delve into many other things. Because I know you, and when I see you with my light and my eyes, I know you. And because of these things, I prepared a long time to broadcast it. Even before the Wednesday, I did it. But I've been watching some of these things when I just look at it with my eyes. Then the fight, all of this thing came to blow out the eyes, and I'm showing you. For it to be a fight, the Lord knows better. Now watch carefully now. He said, the person known as Nyame. Listen very well what I did and how the name came. The person known as Nyame in New Testament is Simon Niger. Simeon Niger or Simeon Niger. You see that the name is originally there. You see that the name originally Niger is right there. I'm not talking about a Muslim or whoever and whatever. What you don't know that existed is what I'm saying. Because none of you know. Even if you know, you don't know it because without a spirit, you don't get it. Now listen. So it was not supposed to be as a God, but once it's a human being, it's already what? What you claim the Bible says you are. Now listen here carefully. And it says, he is mentioned in the book of Acts, specifically in Acts chapter 13 verse 1. And who was Nyame in Acts chapter 13 verse 1? He said, as a prophet and teacher in the what? In the gathering at Antioch. The name Niger is a Latin word meaning black. Meaning, on the screen, watch carefully. What is black? Meaning black, but even my sickle is shiny. So we can't use it. But to have it, what I can create with a shiny rosary. Niger means what? Black in Latin word. Black. That's why you can see what? 3 people or their accounts, black coated skin. Not a color. They are black coated. They have a coat. And the Nigerians or the Niger, black coated. They are typically black. This is what we say is black. You don't even know what color it is to say black. Because they are too different. They are very different. You cannot even relate. They are very different. This is black. And you have to know where you came from and why the name. Niger means black. And tree, black. And we're going to look at all these things and why they have only the same connection and destiny. That's where they came from. They didn't come from any God or any creator called fair person. No. Once you know your genealogy, that's where you came from. Now let's say, well, so who is the one teaching you? And that's why Donald Trump has been directing people. Go back to your place and where you came from. All these are what? Typically, example of what? Things the Lord is leading you to. And it says what? Which some interpret as what? Indicating Simeon's African descent. Or that complexion. So dark complexion. So if they said there are some of them who also have African descent, here you know it. All right, you get it live. It's right here, right? You have to know what I'm saying right now. I did prepare this that you may know what probably the Lord have in store for you. I'm not saying that we are all the same. We are not the same. We are not all the same. Now take a look again on the same search. So the theme God of Niger, and I did another search of it, and it said can be as a bit ambiguous. To search for it, but these are the keys I use to get you back, and then we get back to the Bible. But I know already these people, in a way, because I am already the spirit, the archangel with my strength and the spirit of life, that I know where they are predestined. So that when one of them came to the Nkonya now, then it began to rain over there. Then they have food in stock. Here you can watch, carefully watch. And he said what? The name of the God or the God is generally referred to what? Many of them are various names depending even on the region and the religious belief system, even in those places called the Niger as a place they live. Now, for example, he said in the Hausa language, the name of the God is commonly called Ubangidi or Ibandidi, while in some other parts of Niger, they might refer to the God as Allah or as Allah. Or you have what? Low power. This is it. I'm not telling you that you know yourself. I'm the one saying, if you truly have any food that you have to say is burning, that I should eat, they say give to the learned one, the wise one. I am throwing light to what you don't know. You belong. You are not my descendant. However, I am the only one telling you where you belong, so that you say that I've betrayed you. No. I'm showing you that they say if life exists, when life comes in reality of return, you will know where you belong. So this name Niger and Nigeria and all of that, you are from the same and this country that happen to call itself the Akan Ashanti. All of it. That I can do by permission, certain things I can say it, but I don't just call names of things. So listen, and he said, according to a ResearchGate publication on different names of what? The GOD in Nigeria languages or Nigerian languages. What is the difference between saying Nigeria and then Niger? When you are saying you are from Niger, then you are saying, oh, you are Nigerian. So Nigeria is a typical example of what? That's why they have a Hausa in there. All of them there. They are no different from anybody. They are the same people, and I'm not a part of you. To say that a teacher can be a part of you, are only learning to know where you came from. It doesn't mean I brought you to the world. I'm not your father. Okay, let's go on. How I should have been given food to eat. Now watch why they call something nyame, and then the same word nyame. Now possibly check again. I ask you this. He said nyame. That's the same word for nyame. And listen, he said, has two possible meanings depending on the context. So whether you are in Niger or in this country, the word will be right there. In the context, he said, in the context of Akan mythology, nyame, you see that the same word is right there. That is nyame. The same word, this same word is nyame right there. So the nyame people are also from the Niger and the place and the dance. Or they call it onyame. You see that the same name they want to say is nyame. You can have it what? Onyame. And in the name nyame, you see the same word, N-Y-A-M-E. They only added Y to it, then it is sounding to them in their tongue, nyame. That's what it is. I hope you can get it. As you want to say onyame, is the same thing you are trying to say is nyame. Here it is. And they say, as there is a belief of them or their practice that he is the supreme God or the small God of the Akan. He is not a big God, he's a small God of the Akan people. Meaning what? Meaning the one who knows and sees everything. However, is he the same person who is telling us this, or a different person is telling you who they should have been and what they should have been? Their ministry, probably, they didn't know it. So the great one is now telling you who you are and what you should have been or what you should have been doing. However, listen, in the context of Niger, Niamey, as they spell it right again in this, as N-I-A-M-E-Y. And what are the first one? N-Y-A-M-E-Y. And now in the context here, elaborating on when it comes to what? Another section to what? Niger. Niger will spell it what? Because the Niger people have N-I, then you see N-I in the Nyame. Then when the Nyame has three, when they are spelling their own, then they have what? N-Y, and then they are the N-Y people. So when Niger is differentiating it, then Niger will make it N-I because it's Niger. And these are what? Nyame. And three will say Nyame. They are the same of Akan. So Nyame, then they will spell it what? N-Y. And all this is the same connection and category. This is the same people. That's why the Fulanis have been coming there to battle them on their own land they want to claim. But they are the same. They are not different. And listen very well. So in the context of Niger, Niamey is the capital and largest city of the country located on the Niger River. Here is why you didn't know and you claim you know. This is the only thing that can differentiate what we are saying now. Who can take you back or place that you want to say you trust that the Lord will return and show you by your name, by your language. Somebody knows what you are already. But this will not happen to an ordinary people because your enemy can't show you where you came from. Even as yourself, you cannot show yourself where you came from. Let's see what the Lord is doing. Now, let's have a word that we have Lucio. and then Nyame of Akan, as we have known all of that. Now we're going to take Acts chapter, let's take the book of Acts chapter 13, verse 1 first. That one is very important, so we're going to look at that. So Acts chapter, well, we can take that later. So Acts chapter what? Acts chapter 13, verse 1. We can do that later. Already given. You can pick out your book or the Bible and begin to do that. Let's go on because it's very important on the side here. So look at it. Take a look. What? And I did also ask again, which angel betrayed God? Then they want to show you. Then you see the same name. The Dagon or the Dagon. You want to say Dagon or the Dagon. That's in the northern part of this country. All those names with it. That they only added G, letter G only to make this name, Dagon. So when you listen carefully, they said the fallen angels are named after entities from what both this gathering of this and then the pagan mythology. I don't want to mention it. Such as what? Moloch, Chemosh, Dagon, which in the northern part of the country is what? Dagon. Then Baalel, Beelzebub, and Satan himself. He says what? Following the canonical gathering narratives, Satan conveys. So even this one, this where they are saying Satan did something, Satan did something, they don't know. They are not witness to it. They are only saying, they said the canonical what? Or the canonical gathering of these people, narratives. That is their own narratives. That Satan convinces other angels to live free from the law of the God or the ruler. Thereupon, they are cast out of heavens. All right, if I be the one leading the mission to heaven, I cannot tolerate you if you are somebody who is against doing the right thing. However, I know them by their works. You too, what is your work? We just know who rebel against the Lord. If you are one of them in the flesh, you are just one of the same person. Don't go and say somebody. Now look at another person, Lucio, who you want to say is Lux, the Lux, or the Lux you've been bapping with the soap name Lux. Is Lux, right? So that is Luxury. And that same person is Light. And this person, they call that person Lazarus. All these people, they are the one they are talking about. That's why they can only raise their own kind of people. So in this, I said, what is Lucius means? Or what Lucius means? Lucius means what? Meaning light. Lucius is what? Is a name of a person. And they say Lucius is a name of what? Roman and Latin origin. So what? Simply meaning what? Light. From what? From the Latin lux, which is Lux. And then these names, connotations, could what? Adopt what? An array of different shapes. Yes, how they have different what? Different orientation and different fashion, depending on where they appear. As Lucius is the same one called Lucille, or you want to say Lucy. So when you name somebody or a person you can Lucy, that is the same person. Lucille or Lucio or Lucifer, they are the same thing you are saying. So if you have the people's name with you and you can relate or live with them, then why the other things without what? Understanding. Don't listen to anything because that person is not the one leading your game. Yes, you can only have what? The devil. They are the children of the devil, and we are not talking about the devil. The divine is the same person they are saying these names. So when you are a spiritual being to the universe, don't worry. The Lord will do it. What is the Lord doing? He will show you what he has called or mentioned before you. So now, right now, listen. So the same Lucio is in the book of Acts, chapter 13. We're going to find out all of that. Now you configure it. So Lucius, or the Lucius of what? Cyrene. That's why when you hear the ambulance, where, all of that is because of the light and these people. That's why they have been following somebody like that. So the Lucius of Cyrene, or the Cyrene, is mentioned in the what? In Acts chapter 13, verse 1. And now listen, he said, now in the gathering, as they call it, wherever the name may be, they see it, the chief character of it. And that is it. That was and what? At what? Antioch, there were certain prophets and teachers. Barnabas, Simeon, who was called Niger. So Simeon was the one they called Niger. So if you name people by these names, without knowing their origin and source, then you have given birth to a soul of somebody. So how they came, so you have given them the name. That's why I'm not called any name other than Sylvester, the Queen, my surname, the fighters, the warrior, the archangels. As the Bible told you, by our surnames, we are called. But as for you, by your surname, you are not called. You can't stand in the holiness of the Lord and say you are doing the battle for him. And here it goes on, and it says what? And that it says, Simeon, who was called Niger, Lucius of what? Cyrene. Then it says Manaen, who had been what? Brought up with Herod the Tetrarch or the Tetrarch and Saul. Look at this miracle. Why Saul is mentioned here. You think we are joking? Or you want to enter into the book and see where they're saying, as they just read to you, you just listen well. How would you not do the doing of the Lord or the will of the Lord? Look at what the Lord is saying. That if you were one of us, why not build the place of the Lord like it is, showing light? How beautiful it is. To say you want to look at black, maybe the road will show you. Yeah, the road is probably going to show you that. Is this a joke? No. I built a nation. How do you get to a place that you haven't built to be called one of you? You can't do that. That's not your place of birth. Do you not know what the Lord has predestined? Like myself again, you are seeing this. Building for you, nations. And you are calling one of them that is what? Under lost? No, I'm this very different. So I'm not supposed to tell you about somebody other than myself. I am carrying the mission. I'm not sent by the name of somebody. The Lord in his word has never called me for what I'm not. Because he has never said to me a word other than my private issue with him. How my relationship with the heaven is in the spirit. The only time he could speak, not rattle any word than myself. Let's listen if the Lord is truly working something miracle right before us. You have been preaching, proclaiming everything and showing difference. However, you are not the one who made a difference. Because the difference is this. You have never known what I've said. The Lord only came in this context as it is just recently you are out getting the understanding. How did you say that the Lord called thee and you know not his name? Is that not a great name to say the Lord called you, to know you? If you are called by his name, then where did the Lord make it known to you alone without our name? No, if you want to understand what I've said, just look at it. Mention where I said what? Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Open. I can decide I won't read it. You read it. Whatever you know about that, that's what I'm saying. I'm not called to anybody's God. I'm not a small God. I'm not a God. I am who I am just saying that a missionary or a great, angels or messiahs are the ones who decided that if the Lord said, who will go for us? Who have understanding? Go and redeem or go and show your talent. So I'll come to multiply and multiply talent. And you eat and not give us, and you tell me your God has really known you, has rewarded you for working for him. I don't think your name is on the light. Even as my name is what is on the light. The electricity pole. I can tell you, surely the Lord will not do this without his prophet. Who are the prophet? Then I mentioned the prophet in the book that I was just saying. He that says he is. He would be the Lord and he will do that. Is this a business about my enemy? No. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Whatever you have also been charged to do, please, you can go ahead and do it. But don't try to say you stop what I'm doing. Me, my work is not marriage to anything. I am the one that said waiting. And I also came waiting to make sure we grow in the Lord and light. How I have made it, the Lord alone knows it. How the world looks so beautiful. It's been raining and it continues to rain. I'm at the Century, tertiary area here in the GH. You've never traveled with us anywhere in the world. Even as the prophecy goes, you have never done it. So I'm better telling you. How I've been transforming. Wherever I live, I transform to the looks of many of those things or the people. Who can do this? Unless the Lord build you. Now, it's only happening when it's ready or when it's available. You know that it won't be fake when you are not the one on my screen and saying that you are the one doing it. Of course, in the real quality, you don't have what I'm doing. You can't do it. You can't do it. When we say show us food, you don't have it. I can show you how I've shown the life on my channel. Where did you live to see these beautiful things? I'm the only one showing fire, food, water, air, everything. Everything. Just in one place. Then how can you be the one you claim you have made a king or a prince leading you? Then what is the knowledge? The Bible says that for out of the mouth of the prince shall proceed wisdom. That is what is wisdom. If you are truly predestined, the Lord said He will charge the angel to be with you as what? To lead you or guide you throughout what? The land which He, the Lord, predestined that you reach there. And He didn't say that any angel will be your small boy or slave. It is this you have always done, and that you are wrong and you've never moved. Where the game is strongest, the one who comes to meet you on the path, he is the strongest that can be on the path. We are not talking about you. Look, I will not take any lesson that you want to say should be about you. I am the one it is written of in myself. So if I decide not to say anything, you don't know anything about myself. And the books that you claim the Lord gave you, I can assure you, you have nothing in it than myself. Look, if I want to show white people here, Cape Coast, this picture I was taking in Cape Coast, and at this time, you say they are white people. I can show you white people. And they will go there, explore, and tell them where they should be. I am telling you, I'm with them. At least you should know that I'm not the one who somebody little have sent to be in His name to do it. Show you the part of the pillow. This very pillow will show you my name, Sly, with a seal, and the name on it at the company is also Sunny. The S and the great one. All this I can show you. Maybe later you can find that the number on it, 953, was even my supposed name, Vodafone number, 0200981517. That is the code for Methuselah. That alone is Methuselah. 959 minus 2 is 957. That is what you don't understand. I have lived in the places like this. This is in Nkonya. This picture I have taken here. This one is in Nkonya Temple, where the temple is, where I was born. In this same school, I have made my other things to stay and pray everything or communicate how the Lord is. So this school, I pray in that, and later they have designed it like this. And we are the one who planted this tree. Look at how, if I have given birth, look at it. We planted all these trees. This thick tree or whatever, beauty. You see that they become beauty of mountains and gold. How you can see this. We made it. You see the place? We have made it. That's a place of my birth. This is just adjacent my home. In the very town or the temple I was born or raised. I made it. Sometimes I'll go there, go and pray and do things without anybody. In the same place, I pointed out they made this borehole. White people came. It's on my channel. You see the rainbow on the mountain? This is the Lord's own garden. That is a virgin land. Because virgins were raised from this land. That's why you can mention virgin. This pipe is my finger. That pointed here without machine. They first discovered with machines, no water, they boiled. And they were having only 2 tries. That was on the mission they came. 2 tries. So the first one they did with the machine surveillance and sophistication, whatever, it failed. And then I asked them where we were training. I said, come here, do it here. When they did it, water they flow. That's why it remains without fixing pump on it. And I'm the only one who can tell you, this is it. My mission work, life. Out of this, return, life. How the Lord present to me this same place is what you are seeing with life. The Lord and I will operating. May the Lord lead me continuously as I lead my mission and people who He called Radiance Fair. That is what He havens, the birds. Out of my channel, you can just listen. Talking about tomatoes. If you have room, we made tomatoes. We've been showing tomatoes all the time. In the same garden, many places I've traveled, in my own account, in my house, how we made it. This same place I'm showing you on the channel. That is the Presbyterian. We built it. They only place the name of all those things on it. We built it with our own money. Ghana has never built anything for us. This mission house, and then there is a house right here. Built. All these places, the same place I train and play ball. You see that several times I'll show you rainbow. Here we can inhabit the same mountains, and this mountain top I went there. There are things the Lord is showing you. Or you don't see the rainbow. You don't see it raining right before you. I show you live. It's on my channel. It's not a photo I'm showing you. Video right before you. You are saying what I'm saying. That to have a connection, already I'm the one who live it. I'm the one living in the place like that. It's not your face showing. It's my own self. That's why wherever I've ever lived or I've ever been or the messenger of the Lord has ever been, I'll transform and will be seeing the images or the life, the source of them. Not in your name. Because what we need You probably don't have it. And that's why the Lord only needs somebody like this to do it. I won't read out for you whatever I'm saying. I've shown you already. If you like, go there. Thank you so much. Here we end the broadcast. And to the end, we are not yet ended than this time, ending right here. Thank you for making time with us.